And there we are. Hello, everybody. I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. How you doing, Bassman, David, Basswoman, and her ladyship? Yeah, I actually did some work on the. Excuse me a moment. Got a bit of a thing in the there. On the Batmobile yesterday. Not much, but I can show you a couple of bits and bobs. I also varnished, and that's come up well. But I'm also going to put some Nuln oil on certain bits. I don't know if you ever used Nuln oil. It can really help things on. I'll show you. You'll see. This is the plan. Um, yeah, that pretty much covers it. Alrighty, just hang chill for a moment while I'm here. We all know the drill, peeps. Oh yeah. Actually, no, I'll go a step further this morning. Fuck yeah. That's a good coffee. And there
Hello.
we are. Good. Alrighty, round we come. Now, okay, a couple of things I did. I did do a little bit of the tidying up on the small stuff yesterday. Now, where's one that I was pretty pleased with? Here we go. Finished these off. I did. And this one here. Oops. I'll zoom you in. So
Nicely
yeah.
done.
So what I'm really pleased with is I managed to get an oily steel link between the two,
Yeah,
and varnished it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit that with some Nuln oil. Now, I don't know if you ever used it before, but it's a funky little tool. Now, I'll just zoom out just a little bit, move that around. Now, no. Boom. Ooh, is that? Yep, that's all good in the hood. What are you working on today, Bassman?
I'm working on a pick 'em up truck.
Nice. Now, excuse me a moment.
Right now, I'm letting my dog back in. Yeah, to go take a shit.
Ah, there we have it. Now,
Oh,
I should have varnished this one. That's okay. I also finished off a little small area of black there that needed to be tidied up. But yeah, anyway, now with Null, what we do, we get one of our shitty brushes, and another one to absorb. Now, what's a good one to use? Probably that one. Do it. Yeah, that'll do it.
how,
Now,
how was your day yesterday, Rob?
yeah, good. I've got my business plan finished, and I'm pretty damn happy about that.
Oh, cool deal.
Um, and this morning, I've got to go to the. I'm over here as part of the at a certain. Once you get over 50, the health system has you go in every so often for what's called a care plan checkup, which is to say, let's see that your body's running the way it ought to at this stage of proceedings. And then there's a follow up after that. And I'm doing the follow up this morning. And after that, I go over to I've got to go to my course and then just go over my financials to make sure my financials all look good and are predicated on sound ideas. And once that's done, I've got what else have I got today? That's it.
Yeah,
Now,
sounds like the ball's in your court now.
well, what I'll do is I'll spend the day doing three things, mostly four things, in fact. Um, researching some marketing, playing some bass, writing, and cooking. Okay, this is the backboard of the engine. I've hit it with some Nuln oil. You'll see it really brings up all the detail very heavily.
Oh wow, it sure does.
And how it does that is it's a very got a very high surface tension, and so you put it on and it just zooms into the gaps.
Oh, and it's called what?
Nuln oil, Nuln.
Okay.
Now there's a few. This is also really good stuff for, indeed, as you can imagine, this sort of tiny shit to really bring it up. And we're also going to let's put some of this on the dashboard. You do need to be a little aware of just how much you got on there. And this is where it's always a good idea to have a brush like that and just knock off any excess, because of course that'll just absorb it. There we go. And now, like as an example, there's one of the bottles. There we go. I'll zoom in a bit.
Wow.
So yeah,
Right,
it's good stuff.
It really is.
Yeah, it does. I was introduced to it by a mate of mine who does figures. Oh, hey, Alex, how are you doing? Yes, I can understand there might be a short visit. Now, fun fact, guys. On my Sunday, we hit daylight savings. Now, I'm unsure as to whether, because that might mean I'll theoretically, I think that puts me on, if I start at the same time, my time, an hour earlier at your time, until such time as your daylight savings kick in. Oh, the complexities of time.
I know, right?
It's bloody hard. Particularly when you consider that, in truth, time is a man-made concept.
Absolutely.
You've heard me talk before of the lad with cerebral palsy, who I used to work with. When the time change came, he said, "Why do we do this?" He actually asked me straight, "What's with this?" And I've said to him, they do it because it makes it easier for people to go out and spend more money. He said, "Oh." I said, "Do you think it matters to the animals? Do you think they care?" No. This is entirely because there we go. So there's that effect on all of these, making them all go bing. Now, next we go for yes. Aha. Door walls. But yeah, I seriously think I have no issue with daylight savings. I just think, well, why not just keep them on full time? If you know, I kind of would prefer it. Just choose a time and stay on it, you dumb bastards. Well, here's a freaky one for you.
All right.
China has one time zone.
What?
Yeah.
How's that?
They standardized.
Did they?
And it's ridiculous in my eyes. Yeah, I totally understand your exclamation of "what the fuck." Damn right, what the fuck. It makes no sense to me. Here's outdoors. But what they've standardized. Okay, first up, here's a
Yeah,
line of
it's
thought
really
for
good.
you. When you think of China, in a lot of ways, it's more advantageous to think of it as an empire rather than a country, because that's what it actually is.
Yeah, actually, it is. You're right.
Now, once you understand that, Mao Zedong is, oh, here we go. But, yeah, well, um, anyway, the point being that when Mao Zedong took over all of China, and get this, here's an interesting fact for you, because despite being responsible for the deaths of about 50 million of his fellow countrymen, Mao is still revered. And the reason for that is he's one of two Chinese men to unify all of China. That's why. And anyway, when he took over, there were all these different units of measurement, different language. There was Cantonese in the south, Mandarin in the north. Mandarin was generally far more widely spoken, but yeah, two languages, whole stack of inconsistencies, and he standardized everything. Now that makes common sense. To standardize the time zones is downright weird. I'm not quite sure why or how you'd even, when you're talking about something that's 1,000 miles apart, and
Absolutely.
but that's how it rolls. So the furthest easternmost, westernmost point of China will, or the workers there will wake up at 9 o'clock, probably in the dark, or go to work in the dark, but they'll be going at 9 o'clock, exactly the same as people in Shanghai on the east.
Hmm.
Logic of, it's a bit surreal,
Yep.
but doesn't really affect me directly, so it falls heavily into the category of not my problem. I wonder how if the if I'd be curious to find out how that does affect perhaps the way they have to live, depending on various factors. I think
Yeah.
what it's about is that they know that therefore, if somebody wants to relay an order from the west, they know that somebody will be open at the east because if they are, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I still think it's weird. Oh, that the fire extinguishers come up really nicely. Now I'm going to do the bat phone. Now, this is there we go. This is another area where when you got one color, no one really comes into its own because it falls into those little rivets and little gaps. It highlights. Give you a zoom in on that in a minute.
Lord have mercy.
Here we go. Now,
Oh yeah.
and there's another thing there. Here we go.
Oh wow. That looks really nice.
Yeah, this is why I'm a fan of the stuff. It
Absolutely.
really does make it go boom.
Yeah, it makes a difference. It really does.
Yeah.
I'm
If it's
impressed.
not at your hobby shop, you'll be able to get it online, I would suggest. It's put out by Citadel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my wife wrote it down a while ago.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. From what I see, it is.
Give it a bit, put it in the seats. Put it everywhere, I say. Let's get that highlighting happening. When I was first introduced, it was actually to do with wheel rims and tyres on a 1:72 Spitfire.
Oh.
And I was having a hard time getting that nice clear, sort of like there's the rim, there's the tyre thing. And mate of mine said, let me show you a trick, mate. Oh, yeah, what's that? He said, Null oil. And yep.
You were sold right away, weren't you?
Pretty much. Actually, here we go. Here's something I can even do that's like would be kind of cool to do. Yeah, you can even see the difference there. Boom.
Yep. Wow. That was a wow moment.
Yeah. It does take time, of course, but then so does everything. Now, I'm not going to apply this to chromed parts because that's a little bit more, you want them to look the way they do, you know?
Yeah.
But bits that I have painted chrome, that's a different matter. There we go, looking sexy, I tell you. Oh, that's dead sexy. Boom shakalaka laka, boom shakalaka laka. Yeah.
Well, they got pretty lucky. Those hurricanes are heading back out to the ocean. They're not going to hit the states like they originally thought they were.
Yeah, I'd be glad for that.
Yeah.
Nobody needs that sort of behavior.
Nope. Been a dreary
Now,
day. Been rainy and messy, but nothing like it would have been, you know.
yeah, and look, rain's one thing, hurricane quite another.
Absolutely.
I know which one I'd be putting my hand up for. Apparently, because my dad used to like going camping when he was much younger. I mean, he's in his 80s now, so you know. And he'd gotten this tent that had like proper heavy springs for in case the winds and all the rest of it hit. I mean, top-notch stuff. Don't know if he's still got it, but anyway. Point being, he had it, and story runs. The place he first pitched because they had went on a him and my stepmother went on a camping trip, as you do, and they went to a camping site, and the place they ended up getting was pretty much on the top of a cliff. Well, not on top of a cliff, but yeah, pretty exposed. And whilst they'd been told some strong winds were coming, yeah, it was apparently like full bore. And the springs held nice and firm. My dad was stoked. There we go. Now, on the steering wheel, there we go. Let's just get some of that out. There's a little bit too much, a bit of excess there. There we go. Out you come. Out you come. There we go. Look nice and pretty. There we go. Yeah, nice.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Man, that makes such a difference.
It really does, man. Now,
I think I'll be buying me some of that.
I would. It's great.
Yeah.
I may as well, while I'm here, let's hit some of this. We'll go along these. There. Just take up some of the excess. There we go. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's the ticket. Now we'll go here.
I made us some meatball subs and homemade fries for dinner tonight.
Nice. Nice.
Pretty tasty.
Last night when I went out for dinner, they sent us home with leftovers. They insisted. They would not take no for an answer. So I had more. I had the leftovers for dinners last night. Goat curry. Fantastic.
Have you noticed food like that's always better the next day?
It is, and I will even go so far with that. It even goes so far as if I'm feeling very particular about the way I'm preparing something. So I'm doing a. Oh, here we go. Off, Jeff went fishing. Oh
what
my
he get?
God, he lost half his fishing rod.
What the hell? Was the fish that big or did it break?
Not clear on that one, but dearie me, that's. I mean, I remember once almost losing my rod as a fish hit. I didn't end up catching the fish. All I know is that I saw my rods. I was talking to somebody, and it's always when you're distracted.
Yeah, get snatched out your hand. That's pretty funny.
And I had it. I had it on a rod holder, and suddenly I'm noticing my rod just go burp, and I'm diving for it just to save it, which I did. But the fish had decided that now was not the time.
That's how we used to do when we catfished at night. We set up a bunch of poles on some wire rods and put a bell on it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you didn't get to them quick enough.
Dearie me.
The fish would win.
Ah. Yeah, they can hit with a remarkable ferocity.
Yes.
My mate cracks me up sometimes because he's a phone freak. Like when I wake up in the morning, it'll be like 10 past 5 or whatever. And he'll be on Instagram or Facebook just while he's waiting. And sometimes while he's waiting for a bite, he'll get on Instagram. And on occasion, because I was sort of like, I'm aware of this. So I sort of flick my eyes over to his line. I mean, as you do anyway, because you're always checking out, see what's moving in the water. And on more than one occasion, I've been turning going, dude. And he goes, well, oh, for fuck's sake, mate. Pay attention. All right. Now, we've almost got the undercarriage nulled.
I think a fish just grabbed my phone and took off with it. I just had to pick it right up out the floor.
Yep. All right, there we go. That's the shockers done. There we go. All nulled up.
Oh, man, that looks really good.
So you can, hang on, I'll see if I can get a bit more Because what? Yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah.
Happy with that. Now I can take that off of there. The only reason I was actually on there was because I advanced it yesterday, and at some stage a bit later on, we're going to get that front suspension on properly. Now, what else do I need to hit with now on dashboard? Yes, looking forward for that. And now we'll go.
Oh lordy me.
There we go. Come to Papa. There we are. Just thin that out a bit. Nice. I'll put my hand behind it so we can get a bit of.
Oh yeah. Wow, man, that looks really good, Rob.
I'm pretty pleased with that. Thank you. Yeah. But again, if they don't give you the detail to work with, you got nothing. This is why I appreciate manufacturers who do, you know?
Absolutely.
That's one of the things I had happen to me a couple of times, and I'll even, just for good measure, let's get this done, shall we? One of the early, I built a Halifax from Airfix. It was one of their early pressings, which are not so good, it must be said. And I think they're aware of that, in fact, because otherwise they wouldn't have upgraded. But the thing about the Halifax is it's got this kind of weirdly elongated front thing, the front glass canopy. And there are a few areas of bars, and not all of them came through clearly. And so I had to sort of like guesstimate when I painted them on. And you think, well, that's not ideal now, is it? And then there are other kits that don't really give you a canopy or a dashboard at all. And it's like, well, come on now, chaps, do get it together.
Well, that ain't right.
Damn right. Whoops,
That ain't right.
No, it is not.
The
In fact, I think in fact, the very line I'm looking for, and I'll have to tell you where I possibly have to tell you where I got it from, just for humor's sake. But the line I'm looking for is, now that ain't gonna fly now, is it? And where I got that one from was from a Jerry Springer episode.
Oh, Jerry Springer.
Yeah, there's a blast from the past.
Oh my God.
And it was the classic setup of two very hot women who are clearly strippers, having an affair behind the husband of one of them's back, and them saying, "Well, you're either coming with us or see you later." And it was beautiful comedy.
Yes.
They tell him the deal, and he just, as he's told the specs, he replies with, "Well, that's not going to fly now, is it?"
Everybody sleeping with everybody.
Yeah, that was pretty much he's saying. And he's there. Look, I told you from the get go, we're not doing this anymore. Righty, eh? But it was all, well, that's not going to fly now, is it? I used to have a rather amusing existence whereby I used to start work generally around about 5 at night, work till about 1 in the morning. I'd come home. I'd be in bed by about 3. Oh,
Because either that or Beanie
oh,
Hill, huh?
Alex is working on on the Hive Tire, an Alien Queen. Interesting.
Oh, really?
And but yeah, anyway, the what was I waffling about before?
Bed by 3.
Oh yeah, bed about 3. Then once I woke up around about 10, as you know, about 9, I'd wake up about 9, have breakfast, and while I was having breakfast, I'd catch the first of the Jerry Springer shows on TV. I would then flick over to another channel where the original Law and Order was on, and I used to watch that quite steadily, largely on account of the fact I had the scorching hots for Jill Hennessy. And then once that was finished, I could flick over to another channel for the 11 o'clock Jerry. So I'd get a double dose of Jerry Springer, and then after that I'd go off and train. And then I'd go straight from training to work and repeat process. So yeah.
Jerry Springer and Beanie Hill. That's what I used to watch.
Yeah. Just realised there's one thing I haven't known, but will, before I finish this up. That's the radiator. Now that's all black, but I didn't show you how the
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Alex is building the Alien Queen. What?
The Hive Tyrant Alien Queen.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Now, with the Alien franchise being owned by Disney, the question I have is the Alien Queen a Disney princess?
Probably one time. Alien and Predator.
Yeah, I never saw that, but I believe it was one of those things of more comedic value than it was something to, yeah, have a bit of a chortle over. A bit like Sharknado. You don't be taking that shit serious.
Yeah, them Sharknadoes, I could never watch them.
I haven't watched it, but yeah, I've told my people, yeah, just don't. If you don't take them with the slightest bit, do not expect to see a serious movie. And you think,
oh, yeah,
geez,
you got to at least watch
tornadoes and sharks. Who would have thought?
Yeah, you got to at least watch one of them. They're just that stupid.
Yeah. It's a bit like that's the first time I've tried Null on a radiator. It hasn't really made much of a difference, but then to be fair, it is black. But hey, thought I'd see if it did make a diff.
Don't know if you don't try.
Well, that's pretty much the drill now, isn't it? Just give that a bit of prettiness. There we go. But yeah, it didn't really make much difference on the overall scheme of things, although it might potentially highlight the cap there a little bit. Now, next, rinse this. And that, good people, is Nuln oil.
Good stuff.
Certainly is. I'm a fan, as you can see. Now, a couple of other little tidy ups. Zoom out. Now, excuse me a moment. Now, pop that away. Now, uh-oh.
Oh, hell, bless you.
Oh, I'm back now. Yeah, if I left the microphone open, you would have found I'd gone from the sneezing fit into what would have sounded like the attacking moose. Now, a couple of things I wish to attend to in the paint front. Not you're empty. Yes. I do need some chassis black, so we'll get that out. Because there's a little bit here I didn't quite get painted correctly, so I'll tidy that up. Just because it behooves me. And then I want to do a little bit of work on some parts of this along here. The jet black. And then we can get the bat things onto the wheels. And, well, the whole stack of other shit can happen depending how much time I have at the moment. Oh, hello. Oh, that's cool. Apparently you can have the little snapper in the mouth with the alien queen.
Oh, yeah.
But let's face it, was always one of the scarier things of the whole alien thing was the second set of jaws coming out to say hello.
I think
I've got to
about 2
say, the
weeks ago,
concept
they had,
of aliens actually pretty cool.
about 2 weeks ago, they played all the alien movies on TV here.
Oh, really? Nice. I've only seen the first two, and I'm a bigger fan of the first one. In as much as, although the second one was pretty good actually. I like that.
With
I
Sigourney
prefer
Weaver
the
in it.
first one. And it must be said as well of the first one, Sigourney Weaver, eh? Deary me. Oof. Oh, I was young when that movie came out, and all I'm saying was, I reckon I'd been about 14 or 15. I'm going, Sigourney. Oh, Sigourney. Yeah. I had the biggest boy crush on her. But then again, so did a few million other kids.
Absolutely.
Oh, hey, John, how you doing? Now.
Hello, John.
Now, on Thursday, I'm not sure if I'm going to be on. I probably will be, but I'm not sure because my former rugby captain and his wife are in town. I haven't seen them for 30 years.
Oh, wow.
and we will be catching up.
Nice.
Yeah. So that will be dependent on a few variables there. Excuse me. Yeah, he once made he in one simple sentence, he actually gave me quite a liberating experience, and it was, mate, you're my starting loose head prop, and I just want you to go out there and play your game. That's all. The only instruction he gave me, because the previous season there'd been lots of politics, and he knew that would, yeah. And he said, look, mate, I'm choosing the sides. I've told him that straight out. You're my starting prop. You go out there and play and show him what you can do. This I then did, and it was great.
Well, there you go.
Got most improved in A grade that year. There we go. That was all I wanted to do in that colour. It was just there was a little bit exposed there, made it look a bit. Yeah. There we go. Now, next, it almost seems silly to, or pointless in a sense, to clean the black off of this brush because I'm about to use a different black. Pedantry, one would have to suggest, and probably on the money for that assessment, but we'll leave that discussion there.
Well, I was going to play basketball for the high school, and we had to go get physicals. And when I found out the doctor was going to have to cut me and make me cough, I didn't go. So I didn't play basketball.
Basketball's
there ain't no man cupping my junk.
well.
Yeah, kind of stupid at the time, but
Yeah, well, when you're younger, things seem different. The other thing about when you're younger is you think you're going to be young forever.
that's true too.
I'm a bit old. And then you get there and you go, nah, 50. Then you get to 50. You go, nah. 70's old. I'm 57 now. I'm starting to go, no, maybe 80 is.
I know, right?
I certainly don't feel old. At least that's something.
Yeah, I don't either. It's all in what you perceive things and how you make your.
Well, it is. I actually have this belief, and there's context probably required for proper explanation, but or maybe not. There are 30-year-olds who are older than I am.
Absolutely.
They've let whatever it is drag them down. They're not happy. They're miserable. Fuck, they'll probably die before I do.
Oh yeah, probably so.
Ah, well, serves them right. They need to cheer up.
That's true too.
That's a great thing. Here's a Python one for you from a record. There's a I won't go through the whole story, but there's this scene set in they're also Alex and David are also discussing Sigourney. Yeah. Anyway, what was I on to about then beforehand? Before I noticed that, it'll come back to me.
Yeah.
It was something trivial. Monty Python, Happy Valley. They've got this scene set in Happy Valley, and Happy Valley is a wonderfully happy place led by wise King Otto. The reason it's so happy is he's had all the unhappy people sent to death, along with the trade unionists and others. And basically, it got this court scene where this guy is being tried for making noises contrary to the Happiness Act. And it's got the bailiff. No, sorry, it's the judge saying, "You've been found guilty of breaking," and you hear this chortling in the background as well, making sad noises contrary to the Happiness Act. The defense attorney leaps in. Might just add, my lord, that his wife had died that day. And then you hear these guffaws of laughter, and until eventually the judge chirps out with, "I sentence you to be hung from the neck until you cheer up." Now, for all those younger people who are clearly unhappy and not enjoying life, I sentence them to be hung from the neck until they cheer up. Yeah, that's got a whole story about more centered on the king's daughter, Mitzi Gaynor, who goes down the river, hopefully kissing frogs, and looking for princes. You guys say, what has been the deal with princesses kissing frogs and then mysteriously turning into, whatever? Coming around this way. Just going to make that look nice and pretty. That's looking very nice now. Yeah, there we go. Anywhere around here? Might as well just do that. Found you. Hey!
That didn't sound good.
It wasn't. I dropped it. Fortunately, nothing's damaged. Apart from perhaps my nerves. Now, let's be calm about this, big boy. Hey, yo. Hey? Hey? Cool. There we go. That's the bit I wanted to get to. More than anything else, right there.
Well, I'll probably get frowned upon for this, but Sigourney Weaver never really played. floated my boat.
Wow. Well, each to their own. I'll tell you who was one who actually impressed for years. And this was more of a longevity of looks. Sophia Loren.
What'd she
Didn't see
play?
it when I was young, but I've got to say, as she got older, she managed to hold her looks quite well.
Who was that?
Sophia Loren.
Sophia Loren.
She was an Italian actress, as you can gather with a name like that. One of the older school ones. And look, I didn't really get to fully appreciate her looks until I was they were sort of like a more of a mature man's taste, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah.
Um, and but she held her looks quite well as well. And I got to say, without getting too graphic, if I saw, there's what's happened. I've knocked off one thing there. That's okay. I can fix that. If I saw pictures of her, like her coming down a red carpet sort of event when she was in her 60s, and at that time I'd have been about late 30s. And I'll tell you right now, if she had said, "You washed naked my room now," my only response would have been, "Yes, ma'am." So yeah. But it's interesting sometimes. Oh, hello.
Now Penelope
Alex is
Cruz, she's a looker now.
Bud?
Penelope Cruz.
Oh yeah, I'm a fan.
Yes, sir.
And I'll even go so far as to say one of the things I do kind of like about Penelope Cruz, when she looks angry. There's something about Latin women, and when they look angry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Spank me.
Yes. Now, so that's that done. Oh, this is coming together quite well now, as far as I've got it all organised as to pretty much just now. It's just putting it together. Or after decaling, it'll be just putting it together. Oh, that's great. Happy with that. Now, well, let's get this back on. I'll knock that off when I dropped the hull. This will be an easy fix. So we shall fix it easily. Yes. Something that I find interesting is when you look at pictures of some of the older actresses when they were young. You seen any pictures of Helen Mirren when she was young?
Helen who?
Helen Mirren. She's an English actress. Been in a lot of stuff. She's pretty old these days. She's almost, in a sense,
What's she playing?
No, 1925.
She's playing in 1925 right now.
But in many ways, I find Helen Mirren to be the UK equivalent of Betty White. By which I mean, one of the things I always thought that was great about Betty White was she didn't talk any bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And she told it how it was. Like I remember her. There's a great quote of hers. It's golden. She couldn't understand why people said, "Grow some balls. Balls are soft and squishy. Why don't you grow a pussy? Those things can take a pounding." And you go, the woman has a case. Equally, Helen Mirren made the, and this is on a more serious note, sort of a topic. When the whole Me Too thing started, she actually said, "Look, back in the day, the casting couch was a thing. If you wanted, when you first started out, if you wanted certain roles, you did certain things." But then she also added, but that was then, and this is now. You think, well, yeah, that's a really balanced viewing of it, really, isn't it? Times do change. But yeah, because that's the engine fixed up there. But yes, if you see pictures of her when she was young, dear Lord. And in fact, Betty White, when she was young, had a bit going on.
Oh yeah.
And here's a very amusing one for you.
Look her up.
This is a comment. I'll make the observation, and then I'll tell you a comment from a mate of mine because it's hilarious.
Well, Betty White was pretty attractive when she was younger, wasn't she?
She was. She had a bit going on. But yeah, I was watching The World at War series. I don't know if you, and it's arguably one of the best series you'll find. Anyway, and I quite enjoy watching episodes here and there. And I was going through the whole lot once with a housemate, and they were talking about being on the home front, and they showed footage of even the royal family getting into it with Princess Elizabeth, as she was then, joining the Women's Auxiliary Air Force. I think she was in. She was in something of that capacity anyway. And here's the beauty. And I've got to say, when she was young, she had a bit going on. But here's the beautiful line from my housemate. An all right sort back in the day, wasn't she? I'd certainly go there. And you think, well, A, the man did have a case. She was pretty tidy when she was young. I mean, but B, it doesn't seem right to say enough.
Right? Huh.
Now, one thing I want to quickly check is where's that's the way. Yep. All right. Let's get this front suspension on. Right. So we'll go like that. All righty. Mouthful of coffee, then we'll get this one on. Pretty happy with how things have gone this session. On the whole, notwithstanding dropping the hull. Here we go. You know, in fact, I know you know Beavis and Butthead. And I remember them doing a thing to Judas Priest's breaking the law, where it was walking the dog. And similar, there was something to something. That was it. With regards to when I dropped the hole. Dropping the hole. Dropping the hole. That's the one. He said hole.
Oh man, you gotta love it. No, some bitch.
Dearie me. All right. Now, once
There's actually a commercial just came on TV in front of a bank, and it's got a depository where you deposit your checks into. And
Yep.
Beavis is up there trying to leave a sperm deposit, and there's people
Oh,
walking
Jesus.
around. He's got his pants.
Oh,
pants
dearie
down.
me.
You see his ass crack. He's going. People looking. People watching. Can't do it. Yeah.
How are you doing? Yeah, things are good. We're
I can't believe some of the stuff that's on TV. You know.
yeah. Oh dear. All right. Now I reckon. Let's see. Let's let this in, and I reckon I've got time enough to get the bat things onto the wheels. Once I've got all that done, if you want to show what you've gotten done this what you've been working on, Bassman?
Yeah. Sure. Yep.
So yeah, that'll be in about a few minutes yet, not immediately.
Oh, okay. Cool deal.
Because I wanted to get a few more bits done before I start winding stuff up. But when I wind up, you can show what you've been doing. And yeah, now there we go. I think. Yeah. Yeah, baby. All right. So this is now complete. Boom. Get a warm, fuzzy feeling of satisfaction. All right, we'll pop that there. Wheels over here. And aha,
Oh.
bat shapes. Now, just trim that off. I got to say as well, on the whole, they've given some very good thought consideration as to how's the best way to keep the sprues isolated, which I think is a good thing they've done there, as an opinion. Now we'll go here. Eights, and I would suggest this will fit nice and neatly because they all the other bits have. I think the hardest part of this will be lining it up. And I'll go a step further. These don't need glue. Boom. Batman. Now, 3 more of them.
I found those down there.
How are we doing time-wise? We're doing pretty well. next? Oh, come here, you. I ask you. Hey. There we go. Oh, no, we don't. Yeah, this is indeed the tricky part, is just getting them in. Because you got to line them up and it's a bit tricksy.
Yeah, you got to hold your mouth just right.
Yeah, I'm just going to be... Gotcha. Yeah, it's a simple thing of, yeah, happily you don't need to glue them. I don't know if I'd want to do it that way, if you know what I'm saying. I think that would kind of get very mucky. And being a very lazy man, I'm always going to take the easy option. Actually, I reckon I can get a bit more onto that engine as well while I'm here, because there's the air filter needs to go on, so I might as well do that.
Yep.
Then I'm in really good shape, actually, to have this done by the end of the week, I reckon. Depending.
Well, no rush. We got all the time in the world.
Well, yeah.
Not really all the time
Well,
in
I'd
the
like
world.
to get onto the course here, I really would.
Yeah, I'm
All
looking forward
right.
to mine. So.
But I am enjoying this kit as well. Might need to straighten that up a little bit, but it feels pretty good. All right. Oh, they look great. Actually, pretty pleased with them too. In fact, there's overall not much I'm not pleased with. Now, final wheel. Oh, come here, you.
Hey.
Dear me.
Oh.
There we go. Boom. There's our wheels done. Now, boom. Zoom out a little. Now we shall air filter. And this should be a fairly easy fit too, I should think. Oh, that's a. I'm just looking at the part of this part of the air filter I just want to actually share with the viewers. That's a bit good. And it goes that way around, I would say. Nope. Once I work this out, I see the angle I should be going. They're very specific. As to, first I'll show the viewers what I'm think's kind of cool. Scope that out on the chrome part of they've got here. That is sexy as all hell.
Yeah, it is.
That's tidy work.
Wow.
That is attention to detail on behalf of the manufacturer, something I always appreciate.
Yes, sir.
You bought a Revel course there, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you should do fine with that as far as on the detail front. They're good, in my
Yeah. Well, I
experience.
looked at it. It's really detailed. It's really nice.
Yeah, good. That's what you want. There's where it goes. Okay. Nice and easy. Theoretically. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to mine because it's a Tamiya, and Tamiya are very nice. They really are.
Oh yeah.
Now, and that's that way. That way, and in you go. Thank you. I guess the downside of exact positioning can be that you've got to get the exact position. This one's giving me a bit of the irrits. Ah. Nope. Fuck's sake, Richie. Oh, you little bitch. Why, you little? And breathe. I'm probably just overthinking it. Which brings me to the question of should I wait till this dries properly? Answer probably. Because otherwise I probably wouldn't have knocked it off in the first place. And I'll just do that. The rest of it looks fine, so you know. I can get onto the rest of the engine while I'm decaling, really. I might even do it once, might even do it later today, depending on how my mood takes me. I mean, after all, why not?
Exactly.
I do have a bit of a day to myself for a change. I've got to say, for a single man, God, I'm busy.
That's
All
not a bad
right. Pardon?
thing. So that's not a bad thing.
No, it is not. Yes, indeed, Holy Mag wheels, Jeff. I'm pretty happy with them. All right, now I'm going to show what I got done today, which is mostly just null oiling, but it looks nice. So now we've got so we've sort of really highlighted up our detail on the dash. Got our mags finished.
Oh yeah, nice.
We obviously got this done.
Yeah, that really pops.
It does. It's great stuff, man. Nolan is the balls. So yeah, all of these. Nothing really new on the engine. Seats are now ready to rock and or roll. What else? Oh, let's see how the bat phones come up overall. And fire extinguisher.
Oh, man,
So
that's
yeah, it's
nice.
all coming together nicely. And final thing I'll show you.
Looking really nice.
It is. I'm pretty pleased. Is zooming out just a little. Go that way, perhaps. Yeah, there's our undercarriage. So yeah. Yep. All righty. Now, Bassman, if you would like to show what your, I'll give you a bit of solo screen. Oh, give me a moment, and boom.
I've been working on my
Nice.
66 Mustang fastback.
Nice.
Trying to finish it up a little bit today.
Yeah, sweet.
And I'm working
Okay.
on
Oh, that's dead sexy.
I'm working on an '84 Silverado, and I'm doing custom wheels.
Nice. Oh, that's squishy.
Painted white letters on them.
Nice. Nice.
And doing it in purple. I'll show y'all my truck I actually drive, and it's jacked up. And I'm trying to do this truck like my personal truck. You can't really
Cool.
good. And there's exhaust got done.
Nice.
And Chevy orange on the engine. Old pan intake.
Nice.
But that'd be what I'd be working on today.
Sweet. All righty. Now back to dual screen. All righty. Oops, I need to move my camera. Zoom out. All righty. Well, that is us done for today. Thanks for watching. First time viewers, you know what you need to do. Follow, like, or subscribe. Now, if you'd like to track me down on other platforms, I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube, and Robster the Builder on Instagram and Twitch. And again, we hit those magical words. Follow, like, or subscribe. All righty. Now, tomorrow I will be back. And we will do more of these marvelous things at a similar kit time and on the same kit channel. My pleasure, David, and I'm sure Bassman had a whale of a time too. It's all good in the hood. All right, and on that note, people, I will see you later.